As Carl Jung famously said, medicines cure diseases, but only doctors can cure patients. Good evening, everyone. My name is Uditi, and on behalf of NuToM and Influent Learning, I will be your anchor for today. Presenting to you the three best entries from our Tulip group, which is nursery to class 2 in no particular order. We have Ayana Chug from St. Mark Senior Secondary Public School, Mirabag, Samarth Goyal from St. Mark Senior Secondary Public School, Mirabag, Vidhi Singh Chauhan from ML Khanna DAV Public School. Let's give all of them a big round of applause.
Some heroes don't wear capes. We call them doctors. Doctors play vital roles in our lives. Their contribution to human health is beyond comparison.
Doctors are only voice to push back against fake medical news. It would be true to say that doctors are the personification of God on earth.
Doctors are just like a god. They save thousands of lives. They treat us very politely and very carefully from diseases.
From the Tulip group, the following students made it to the top 10.
One day I was sad. I asked my mother, why is God not helping us to fight this virus? She answered, God is busy, so He has sent doctors to help us. Doctors are persons with extensive knowledge in the domain of medical science. Doctors are called lifesaver. When we are ill, doctor give us best treatment. You dismantle all health problems. Armed with stethoscope, dressed in white, against all virus. Doctors do hard work to save the life of patients. They can act like inspiration to society. When I am sick, my mother gives me medicine. But doctors tell my mother which medicine to give me. Doctor are called lifesaver. When we are ill, doctor give us best treatment.
Before we move on to the next category, I wanted to share with you all that we would be announcing some special mentions towards the end of the session. So in case your names were not announced before, make sure you stay for that. Moving on to our next category, which is the Rose category for students between class 3 and class 5. Announcing the three winners in no particular order, we have Tekbir Singh Isar from St. Mark Senior Public School, Samit Bansal from St. Mark Senior Public School, and Twisha Arora from St. Mark Senior Public School. Let's all give them a round of applause.
We all grew up hearing about magic and magician, but who is our Harry Potter, who has powers like the genie of Aladdin's lamp? Wait! Our doctors, they dress up like angels.
In my views, doctors are professionals who are trained to do a job. They are caregivers, lifesavers, and sometimes they are miracle workers. They even risk their lives to save others. 1st July is celebrated as Doctor Day in India to honor one of the greatest physician, Dr. Vidhan Chandra Roy.
From the Rose category, the following students have made it to the top 10.
Not only the experienced doctors, even the trainees showed lots of heart to save millions. I salute to these magicians. Thank you. They tell our futures by a wands they wear around their necks.
Timely measures and awareness by doctors is helping to curb and contain this pandemic.
Just like magicians have assistants, the doctors have compounders and nurses to assist them. They have many superpowers, and I know that we will win over this deadly disease. disease called corona as well.
The disease may be contagious, but they are never afraid.
Good morning everyone. My name is Riya Mendi Ratna. I study in class 3H. The name of my school is Scottish High International School. I live in New Delhi. Today, the topic of my speech is, are doctors magicians? Yes, I totally agree that doctors are magicians. Because doctors are responsible for increased life expectancy and improved well-being in society. Modern medical technology coupled with doctors can give persons diagnosed with terminal illnesses hope of living longer. When disease outbreaks occur, information provided by doctors can help contain the epidemic. They also check the spread of disease by alerting the public to factors such as poor hygiene and risky behaviors that spread disease. Thank you.
Moving on to our last and final category for today is the ORCID category for students between class 6 and 8. Announcing the top 3 winners in no particular order. We have Ayushi Sharma from Himalaya Public School, Rohini, Batul Hussain Thanewala from Euro School, Thane, and Manika Verma from St. Mark Senior Secondary Public School, Meera Bagh. Let's give all of them a big round of applause.
Many surgeries are being carried out by doctors, and tech boosters believe that AI will lead to more personalized care and few error surgery.
Doctors will always be needed to provide us that human touch. We always want a human to explain what is wrong with us, provide us comfort in our low times, understand our special needs, and break down the bad news in a proper way.
Just on the assumptions, clinicians identify the problem, cause and details and then fed it into the computer programs. Hence, this results in treating some patients differently than the actual problem, which is not represented well by the data.
From the ORCID category, the following students made it to the top 10.
The fact is that we could probably say similar things about almost any alternative occupation that you have considered as well.
When we go to a doctor with a wound, he looks us into our eyes, smiles and assures us with recovery.
Can a robot will charge less, do you think? No, not at all. It will charge maybe millions of crores because it's quite expensive.
It can be a helping hand though, which is gonna be great for our hard-working doctors.
Doctors are the only ones who are determined to understand the physical and psychological aspects of patients.
A robot cannot understand the critical situations and the feelings of a patient.
I salute to the most important corona warrior, our doctors. Happy Doctors Day. Thank you.
Now moving on to the special mentions from all the categories. We start with the Tulip category, which is from nursery to class 2. Special mention award goes to presenting to you the special mentions from the Rose category, which is students between grade 3 and 5. We have last but not the least, moving on to the special mentions from the ORCID category, we have We would like to further thank the jury for taking out the time and energy to evaluate each and every single video that we received. They definitely deserve a big round of applause, so let's clap for them. We've received an absolutely overwhelming response from all over India, and for this we would like to extend gratitude to the schools that have helped us and supported us for this event. A special mention to St. Mark Senior Secondary Public School, Mirabag, and to National Victor Public School. Before we close, we want to inform all the students that they would be receiving a personalized report as well as a certificate in the coming week through WhatsApp on their registered number. And thank you all for being such a great audience today. It was a delight to have you all here. Goodbye.